You land in Jaipur and it hits you immediately. The color, the heat, the noise, the energy. The pink city doesn't warm up slowly. It goes from 0 to "Welcome to India" in about 12 seconds. And that's exactly why the first thing people type is Jaipur Airport taxi. Because after a flight, you don't want an adventure. You want a clean exit. Here's what you need to know. Jaipur International Airport is pretty close to the city. If you're headed toward the old city sites, think Hawa Mahal area, the fastest trips can be around 14 minutes by taxi in light traffic. And yes, that sounds amazing, until you're standing outside arrivals with bags, no patience, and the classic travel question. Okay, but where exactly is my ride? So let's break down your real options from Jaipur Airport. Cheap, fast, and predictable, because those are not the same thing. First, the bus. If you're traveling light and you're in budget mode, public transit is a genuine deal here. One common bus route connection towards central hubs like Sindhi Camp runs frequently, and tickets can be roughly 28 to 40 Indian rupees, with ride time around 27 minutes for that segment. That's about 30 to 45 US cents using today's ballpark exchange rate of around 90 Indian rupees per US dollar. There are also trip planners that show bus rides to major tourist zones like Hawa Mahal, taking around 49 minutes and costing roughly 22 to 27 Indian rupees. So yes, cheap. But here's the trade. Buses are only easy if your timing lines up and you're not hauling your entire life in suitcases. After a long flight, with luggage, kids, or a tight schedule, that extra waiting and walking can feel expensive in a different way. Second, app cabs and prepaid taxis. Jaipur Airport officially lists app-based cab services and prepaid taxi options at the arrivals hall. This is where most travelers go because it's door-to-door and you don't have to transfer. Now, the reason people still feel uncertainty here is simple. Airports get busy in waves. You land when 3 other flights land, and suddenly, quick pickup becomes coordination. And if you're relying on your phone immediately, signal, battery, app pickup points, you can end up doing that airport dance where you're dragging luggage while staring at a map. Third, the classic Jaipur Airport taxi, what you searched for. Taxi is often the fastest, just get me there move. For the Hawa Mahal area, one common estimate is 240 to 300 Indian rupees for a taxi, around 14 minutes in light traffic. That's roughly $2.60 to $3.30. But here's the honest part. Taxi can be comfortable, and it can be fast, but it's not always predictable. Price expectations can vary by situation, and the experience can vary depending on how busy arrivals are and which option you end up taking. So what's the most predictable option? Pre-booking a driver because it removes the airport improvisation part. With Get Transfer, predictability means you choose before you land. You can pick your driver based on rating. You can pick the vehicle based on what you actually need. Solo, family, lots of luggage. And you can agree on the price up front instead of figuring it out curbside when you're tired. And the arrival experience is the real upgrade. Your driver meets you with a name sign, helps with luggage, and waits if your flight is delayed. If traffic or plans change, they reroute like a human being who actually understands real-world Jaipur movement. And if it's your first time in the city, a good driver can give quick local pointers. What to see first, what to avoid at peak hours, what neighborhood fits your vibe. Quick robo-taxi check, because people ask this everywhere now. There's no public robo-taxi service operating in Jaipur right now, so this isn't a robot versus human city today. So the takeaway is simple. If you want the cheapest ride and you're traveling light, the bus can be a win. Just expect more time and less control. If you want fast door-to-door, Jaipur Airport taxi can absolutely work, especially since the city is close. But if you want the most predictable arrival, especially with luggage, family, or a tight schedule, pre-book your driver, choose your car, lock your plan, and land into a pickup that's already handled.